to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better.
Alright, so guys, I am ready for work. So today we are heading to middle school. So I spent the day at middle school where I teach first grade and second grade. Well, not necessarily teach. They have an English teacher. So they have a Korean teacher who teaches them English. So on my side, I need to have more of a conversational class with them. So the purpose of having me there is getting them to speak more English. So that is my task. And then the other thing that I do, I don't think I updated you guys. Actually, I didn't. So at the beginning of May was the start of my English conversation sessions with the teachers. So before this, when I started working at the middle school, the vice principal would come into my classroom and he and I would have conversations. So when you just get talking about your day or what you did on the weekend or whatever topic came up while we were talking, we spoke about it. And that eventually progressed to now having conversation sessions with other teachers that are interested. So we started an English conversation club. Okay, so this is what I'm wearing. Please excuse the mess.
I don't fit into your bars, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your bars, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. So much better.
Alright, so guys, I am just walking towards my English class in middle school. It's huge.
Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down.
So guys, this is my middle school timetable. As you can see, Mondays are at elementary. So today's Tuesday. So I have second grade at 9:10 for 45 minutes. Then I have first grade at 11:55 for 45 minutes. Then we have lunchtime. And then I have the conversation class. I just put this picture on top of it because it actually has the names of the teachers. But so here I'll have So here I'll have four. There's 4 sessions here. So I see 4 teachers here. And then the other teachers I'm going to see on these days. And then obviously I have an after school English class. But yeah, that is my timetable for today. So I'm going to just prep for my first class with second grade middle school. You guys will probably not see much, but I will catch up with you guys a little later. So, guys, I found this really cool YouTube channel that has like English quizzes. So I think today we're gonna do quizzes with the second grade. Let's see how much they know. Hello!
This is a good day as any.
Hi.
The roads that lay open are many. When the old one's gone under the night, and I can feel the sun on my skin.
Hello!
Again, it's far from within.
Okay, so you say duck. But is a duck black and white? Black and white. Good, penguin. Guys, so I just finished class with the second grade. So after we did those, so after I played those videos where you had to guess, it had sentences to say I have 4 legs, I have fur, and they would need to guess what am I. So they would need to guess what animal it was. And then there was one where we had it was a screen full of Instagram logos. You had to pick the odd one out. You know, TikTok logos. So it was social media logos, and you had to pick the odd one out. The other one we did was compound words. So like eyeball, firefighter, cheeseburger. So it would have pictures, and then if they put those words of those pictures together, it would give them a word, and they would have to guess what it is. So that's what we did. And then after a while, I saw some students were just, I'm like, okay, we need to switch it up. So I gave them all a piece of paper, and then I told them to write a word on the piece of paper, something that they could act out. So, you know, some of them wrote, we've got happy, they're sad, they sing, there was one that was sexy, that was the funniest, because the girl who got it, she just went red, and she's like, no, she didn't want to do it, but I was like, hey, it's your time. But it was lots of fun. They enjoyed it. One of them was like, next week, can we do it again? But yeah, it was fun. So what I did is, after they all wrote down a word on a piece of paper, I then played music. They passed around a hat. When the music stopped and you had the hat, then you had to choose a piece of paper, come to the front, act it out. So yeah, guys, that's what we did for second grade middle school. But I must be honest with you guys. I'm struggling a little bit with middle school, in my opinion. I'm very critical, especially when it comes to work. I'm a person that always wants to do her best and give up her best, and if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. So because of all of that, I did put a little bit of push on myself to do the things to be done with the class. But back to being honest, I'm struggling. I'm finding it a little bit challenging to put together lessons to do with middle school, so the second grade and the first grade middle school. First grade middle school, I found that the level of English is still more towards the beginner side of things. But anyways, because I'm not teaching middle school from a textbook, there isn't a set curriculum for me to follow. I need to come up with my own lessons. I mean, some people would think that that is actually better than teach from a textbook, but for me, I prefer to teach from a textbook or a curriculum. There's certain things that I need to follow, there's structure, and then I obviously get to be creative with how I deliver the lesson. But without having a textbook or curriculum, sometimes they'll just look at you. You know, they'll just look at you. Other times they don't understand me. Other times they're not comfortable to speak out loud or come to the front and speak. So that's the other challenge that I have, is they don't necessarily want to come up to the front They don't necessarily want to do dialogues where they're acting out things. So I'm like, how else am I going to get you guys to speak? So that is my challenge with middle school. But yeah, hopefully I figure it out. Or maybe it's all in my head, but I really feel like I want to do more for them. I want to make sure that by the time that this year is up with myself and you know, and my students, that they've grown and their English has progressed because of the work that we're doing inside the classroom. And even if it's not them, you know, knowing more English words, but I'm more comfortable to attempt to speak English and to speak more English, especially in their everyday life, because that's the only way you're going to get better, is to use the language more. So if I can encourage them and get to a space where they feel comfortable and confident to use what they've learned in the classroom, outside, or even as they go about their day, then I would have achieved something. But yeah, that's my challenge at the moment. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. What do you do? What strategies do you do if you teach English as a second language, or any other language as a second language, or an additional language? What do you do? What sort of activities or lessons do you have, or do you do in your class that get your students to speak more, to, you know, to encourage that skill of speaking in English? So yeah, guys, let me know down below if you have any ideas. But yeah, it is now 10 o'clock and the next 2 periods I have free, and then I have first grade English at 11:55. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna just check that everything is ready for the class, so I know exactly what I'm gonna be doing with them. Hey guys, so I didn't have my class with first grade middle school, but it is now 12:40, so it is lunchtime for middle school, so we're all just gonna head down and grab lunch. I'll probably have their class tomorrow, so usually if I don't see them on a Tuesday, it means that they probably had English with their English teacher, or maybe there was another class or something else that they needed to attend to, and then I see them the next day in another period. But anyway, let's go to lunch.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
Alright guys, so we just finished lunch. Everybody just walks back to the class or room or wherever it is you want to go. It is still lunchtime, but I gotta get COVID, so it's not like the kids can hang around so much outside and play. But sometimes they do play basketball and whatever. Anyways, let's talk about school lunch. So as you guys saw, we eat school lunch. It is free for the teachers, because one of the teachers did tell me that 3 years ago they were paying for it, but now they don't pay for school lunch, which is cool. So I thought it would be the same for me. When I did ask the Korean teacher, my co-teacher, she was like, she thinks that it's also free for me, but she's not sure. But I did ask for, so when I got paid the first month, I did ask for my payslip. And on the payslip, I saw it said meals, which was 210,000 won. I'll put it here on the screen somewhere. So that's how much I pay every month for food. So yeah, lunch is over. Some students are brushing their teeth. Some are playing basketball. Let me head back to class.